snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I am here today to do a really exciting book haul video because I have gained a lot of books in January. I'm not entirely sure how it's happened. Well, I do know. Some of them are advanced reader copies, some of them are books I plan to read really soon, some of them are presents. Quite a lot of books though, basically. I don't quite know how I've managed to gain this many books in January. It is kind of ridiculous. This isn't all of it either because I've got quite a lot on my Kindle as well. So let's just get started, shall we? Because there's a lot to talk about. The first book I have to show you guys is this one. It is absolutely super shiny, as you guys can see. Very, very pretty. And this is Rebel of the Sands, which is by Alwyn Hamilton. And this was very, very kindly sent to me by Faber and Faber. They offered to send it to me and I said, yes, why not? It looks really, really interesting. I believe it's kind of Arabian Nights feel. Definitely the impression I get from the cover. As you can see, there's like this little kind of Arabian Night-esque palace and a camel and some desert dunes. It says, Dustwalk is an unforgiving, dead-end town. It's not the place to be poor or orphaned or female. And yet, Amani Al-Hizar must call it home. So it sounds fun. I believe it's YA and I'm quite excited because I've read a couple good YAs recently, so I'm hoping that this one will be a good one as well. We will see and I will let you guys know. It's not too long. The next one I got is also a review copy. This is Sweet Home. It's by Caris Bray and this was very kindly sent to me by Windmill Books and it's really, really short, as you guys can probably see. This is a short story collection. I've been getting into short story collections a lot more recently. I've just started on my sort of journey of discovering them and really, really enjoying them. And this one looks very beautiful. I'm sure you'll all agree. This one I believe is Jen's favourite ever story collection, Jen from Jen Campbell. I'll link her below. And so I'm really excited to give it a go. It says, they say there's no place like home. It's where the heart is. Meet the little boy who believes in miracles. Meet the mother who loves to bring babies home from the newborn aisle of her supermarket. Meet the husband who carves a longed-for baby out of ice as a gift for his wife. Meet the widow who is reminded of an unexpected act of romance whilst pegging out the washing. So it sounds like it's going to be quite people-based, which I'm all for. I'm definitely up for it. And I've heard so many good things from Jen and so many good things from the people who I know who've already started reading this advanced reader copy because they sent out quite a few. So I'm really excited to try it out myself and I hope that I really love it and I'm sure that I will because, yeah. The next 4 that I have are all from my housemate who is one of my great friends and she also has a YouTube channel. I will link her down below. She's called Charlotte and she is absolutely lovely, so you should go and check her YouTube channel out. And she very kindly got me 4 books for Christmas, but obviously I didn't come back to uni till after Christmas, so these are what she got me. She also got me this lovely bookmark, which as you can probably see has like a map and everything, and really, really cute at the bottom. It's got a little quote that says, wherever you go, go with all your heart, which I think is really nice. And it's got a nice tassel, so I've been using this already. I had to find it because it was in one of my books. And then she got me 4 different little books. So the first of them is this one. It is The House of Four Winds, which is by Mercedes Lackey and James Mallory. I know that she's read this one. She said it's a really, really light, fun one, kind of a bit of a joke, a light-hearted one. I'm excited. Obviously you can tell it probably has pirates involved, which is always good. The royal family of the picturesque nation of Swansgard has been blessed by 1 son and 12 lovely daughters, and dowering them would put an impossible strain on the tiny country's treasury. Luckily, the royal family of Swansgard are not fools, nor are they raising fools. Each princess has secured a few practical skills, everything from espionage to archaeology, from magic to map-making. So that sounds fun, that sounds light. I'm up for this because it just sounds like it'll be a really interesting, cute little read, and I haven't read any Mercedes Lackey yet, although I do own one of her other books, so I'm hoping to like this. The next one that Charlotte got for me is this one, which is The Cavendish Home for Boys and Girls, which is by Claire Legrand. This has an exceptionally beautiful cover. I love the colour tones that they've used on this. I think it's beautiful. It says, Victoria cannot stand messes. She has perfect grades, perfect hair, and she always follows the rules. So she surprises even herself when she befriends Lawrence. Lawrence, who can't tuck his shirt in or comb his hair. Lawrence, who Victoria is determined to fix. With a little work, he can be as perfect as she is. But then Lawrence goes missing. So that sounds like it'll be a fun one. It says on the front, you'll learn your lesson or else. which sounds a little bit ominous, but we'll give it a go. I'm really excited. The next one that she got me, I believe, is a crime-ish one. It's called The Girl with All the Gifts. It says on it it's a thriller, so a thriller. I've seen this everywhere in the shops. It's by M.R. Carey, and it's been everywhere recently. I would be surprised if you guys haven't seen this in the shops. It seems like it's very, very popular. It says, every morning, Melanie waits in her cell to be collected for class. When they come for her, Sergeant Parks keeps his gun pointing at her while two of his people strap her into the wheelchair. She thinks they don't like her. She jokes that she won't bite, but they don't laugh. Sounds really crazy, interesting, very exciting. Hopefully it's a really good one. I also love the fact that it's bright yellow. I don't have any really bright yellow books, so that's quite exciting as well. It's got a lot of quotes on the back from people who've loved it, so I'm hoping I will be joining them and also loving it. So again, thank you, Charlotte. And the final one that she got me for Christmas is this one. It is called Dark Run, and it's by Mike Brooks. The Kiko is a ship of smugglers, soldiers of fortune and adventurers, travelling Earth's colony planets searching for the next job, and nobody talks about their past. But when a face from Captain Ichabod Drift's former life sends them on a run to old Earth, all the rules change. Trust will be broken and blood will be spilled. Kind of reminds me a little bit of The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, with like the feel of sort of a crew drifting around, but I could be getting that totally wrong. I'm not sure if it'll be anything like it, but sci-fi is something I really want to get more into this year, and so I'm very excited to give it a go and hopefully really, really enjoy it. I think I see this on someone else's channel, but I can't remember whose it is, and I can't remember what they thought of it, so that's not much help really, but I have seen it a little bit on BookTube. The next one that I have is this one. It is The Man in the High Castle, which is by Philip K. Dick. This one is a very, very exciting sounding book, and I picked this up because I know that on Amazon they're doing a series of this, a TV series, and I wanted to watch it, but I want to read the book first to kind of make up my own mind about it. I've heard mixed things. I watched a review from Mixed Reviews. I'll put a link to his channel below. He's fairly new as a YouTuber, so you should check him out. And I watched a review that he did of it, and it was really interesting what he was saying, because he was saying that it was something very different to what he thought it would be. And yeah, I'm very intrigued as to whether I will like it or not, because I think he had mixed feelings. So I'm pretty interested in checking it out, but I don't know if I'll like it or not. I haven't read any Philip K. Dick, so I hope that it is good. But I really like this cover. It's the TV series tie-in, I believe, and I actually really like it, which doesn't happen very often, but I think the tones that they use, the white, grey and black and red, just really, really works. So looking forward to checking this out fairly soon. It's quite short, so it should be doable. Another one that I picked up for myself is this one, Reason She Goes to the Woods, which is by Deborah K. Davies. I saw this on Mercedes' channel quite a while ago. It sounded really dark, really disturbing, and pretty great. So when I was in Waterstones the other day, I had a bit of money from Christmas left over, and I thought I would just pick this one up and give it a try. And it says on the back, Pearl can be very, very good. More often, though, she is very, very bad. But she's just a child, a mystery to all who know her, a little girl who has her own secret reasons for escaping to the nearby woods. What might those reasons be? And how can she feel so at home in the dark, sinister, sensual woods? Reason She Goes to the Woods is a nervy and lyrical novel about a girl growing up and trying to be normal, even though she doesn't quite know what normal is. It sounds really fascinating. I heard Mercedes talking very highly about it, although she did say it was quite twisted, and so I just naturally wanted to pick it up because I like dark stuff and I like twisted stuff, and I think it's going to be really good. It's also been longlisted for the Bailey's Woman Prize in 2014, so other people clearly like it as well. I'm excited about this one. The next two that I got, I also picked up because I'd seen one of them on Mercedes' channel. The one that I saw on her channel was this one. It is Captain Corellis' Mandolin by Louis de Bernier. I'm not sure how you say that. I love these covers. I think they match really, really beautifully, as you can see. I think they're just both really, really beautiful. And so this one is about Captain Corelli. I think it's a kind of historical fiction-esque book. It is 1941 and Captain Antonio Corelli, a young Italian officer, is posted to the Greek island of Cephalonia as part of the occupying forces. At first he is ostracised by the locals, but as a conscientious but far from fanatical soldier whose main aim is to have a peaceful war, he proves in time to be civilised, humorous and a consummate musician. When the local doctor's daughter's letters to her fiancé and members of the underground go unanswered, the working of the eternal triangle seems inevitable. But can this fragile love survive as a war of bestial savagery gets closer and the lines are drawn between invader and defender? Heard good things from Mercedes and other people about this. I think it's a pretty well-known book, and I really want to get a bit more into historical fiction as well, so I'm hoping that this will be one that is really enjoyable. And obviously you guys saw a second ago that I also picked up another one by the same author because it was also in the charity shop, and that is Birds Without Wings. This says it's set against the backdrop of the collapsing Ottoman Empire and the Gallipoli campaign and subsequent bitter struggle between the Greeks and the Turks. Birds Without Wings traces the fortunes of one small community in southwest Anatolia, a town in which Christian and Muslim lives and traditions have coexisted peacefully for centuries. When war is declared and the outside world intrudes, the twin scourges of religion and nationalism lead to forced marches and massacres, and the peaceful fabric of life is destroyed. Birds Without Wings is a novel about personal and political costs of war, about love between men and women, friends, between those who are driven to be enemies, and between Philothe, a Christian girl, legendary beauty, and Ibrahim, the goat herd who has courted her since infancy. Epic in sweep, intoxicating in its sensual detail, it is an enchanting masterpiece. So it sounds like it's going to be good. I actually think this one sounds more interesting to me just because the Ottoman Empire is something that fascinates me, and I really enjoy learning anything and everything about that. But I don't know how much will be focused on that and how much will be focused on the characters, so it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. This one is also a lot thicker than this one, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm very excited about both of them, and I hope to get to at least one of them this year, so we'll see which one happens first. The next few that I have are all science fiction, which is really exciting because I said to you guys that I wanted to get more into science fiction, and so that is why I bought these books. The first one of these is Abaddon's Gate. It is by James S.A. Corey, and this is the third one in the Expanse series. I'm planning on doing a buddy read of this with James, whose channel I will link below. You should check him out. And we are going to be reading this, I think, in February, so I'm very excited because I've enjoyed the second one in the series a lot more than the first, so I'm hoping that will continue to be a theme. It's a very fun sci-fi space opera series, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the characters progress and what we're going to be focusing on in this one, because the ending of the last one was pretty dramatic, so I think this one will be good. The next one I picked up on a recommendation from one of you guys, and that is Pandora's Star by Peter F. Hamilton. I think I showed you guys a while ago that I had The Abyss of Dreams or something like that, and someone told me that that was actually like the third trilogy or something, whereas this is his first one, and so I picked this one up so that I wouldn't spoil this one for myself by reading the other one. It is huge, like really huge. It is 1,150-ish pages, so it's pretty chunky. It's got a delightful spine. I love the colours that they do on these. I think they're beautiful, and I just think that these covers are really fun and they match, but on the shelf, like, that is exciting to me that we're going to have so many beautiful books lined up together if I like this guy. Hopefully I like him. Don't know an awful lot about it. It says Earth AD 2329. Humanity has colonised over 400 planets, all interlinked by wormholes. For the first time in mankind's history, there is peace. Then a star over 1,000 light years away suddenly vanishes, imprisoned inside a force field of immense size. Only a faster-than-light spaceship captained by ex-NASA astronaut Wilson Kime can reach that distance to investigate. But there was a good reason for sealing off an entire star system, and getting in may not be as difficult as stopping something from getting out. Sounds pretty fun. I'm excited. Ready to dive into Peter Hamilton because I keep hearing great things about him, and I'm sure that it's going to be good. So fingers crossed that is the case. The next one that I have is The Old Man's War. This is by John Scalzi, and it's the first book in the series. It's quite short. I've heard great things about this. I've read one other John Scalzi book, but I keep hearing better things about this series, so I'm hopeful that I will enjoy it. It's about a man who is 75 years old called John Parry, and he joins the army. Earth's military machine can transform elderly recruits, restoring their lost youth. But in return, its colonial defence force demands 2 years of hazardous service in space. This is how Parry finds himself in a new body crafted from his original DNA, a genetically enhanced and upgraded new body ready for battle. Sounds like a crazy concept. John Scalzi is a fun writer, so I'm hoping that this will be a fun read, and I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. I'm going to be reading this in February because it was nominated in my Goodreads group, which I always link below, so check it out if you want to join. And then the last physical book that I have to show you is this one. It is Orb Scepter Throne, and it's by Ian C. Esselmont. It is quite a chunker. This one is, I believe, the fourth one in his Malazan Empire series. I am currently reading the third, and so I'm hoping to get onto the fourth afterwards, obviously, which means I had to pick this one up. I won't say anything about it because it'll be spoilery because it's the fourth one, but I'm hoping that I will enjoy it and hoping that it continues to get better with each book, so we'll see. Now on to the Kindle books that I picked up recently. The first of these is Princess Barry, and I'm very excited to give this one a go at some point. I don't think it's too long, and I do think it's a translated work as well, which is pretty cool. I don't know a lot about it really. Mercedes just told me that she was planning to do a read through of it, and I saw it on Eleanor's channel and Tanya's channel, whose again I will link down below. They both seem to have it as well, so it seemed like the perfect book to get and join in with. I think it was only like 99p on the Amazon store as well, so couldn't really resist, and it sounds like it'll be fun, and it has a very beautiful cover, so I'm looking forward to this whenever we get to it. The next one I picked up in an effort to read more short stories and short fiction, and that is Clark's World. I actually started with the first issue of January 2016, which is 112, so I'm definitely not starting at the beginning, but that's fine. I'm starting at the beginning of 2016, and I have subscribed to Clark's World, so now I'm going to get one every month. I'm hoping to be able to read them all as they come out fairly quickly, so I should be doing some Clark's World reviews for you guys fairly soon. I've already read this one and very much enjoyed some of the stories and not liked some of them, so it's quite a mixed bag, and I'm looking forward to doing my review of this, so look out for that soon. The next one I got because Kindle Store gave me a bit of credit and they said that I could get a free book, and there was only like 5 to choose from, so I picked up The Last Kingdom, which is by Bernard Cornwell, and I've heard good things about this author, so that's why. It's a historical fiction. I don't know an awful lot more than that, but I have it, so I thought I would tell you about it, even though I didn't want it necessarily, it was just the book they were giving away. The next one that I picked up is Carry On. I actually bought the Kindle version and the audiobook version of this, and I had a great time listening to this on audio. I really enjoyed it, a lot more than I thought I would. It's about a young boy, it's like a Harry Potter fan fiction, and it's just a fantastically fun read. I really did enjoy this, and I'll be doing a review pretty soon talking about why, but it was my first Rainbow Rowell and I had a great time with it. Winter, which is by Marissa Meyer. This is the continuation, I believe it's the final one actually, in the Lunar Chronicles series, and I read the first 3 last year for the BookTube SFF Awards, as you guys probably saw, and so now I would like to finish up the series by reading the 4th. I think it's going to be a pretty fast-paced one because all of the others were, and it's kind of a retelling of different fairy tales. I believe this one is Snow White, so we'll see if I'm right there or not, but I'm very excited to try it out, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully it'll be a good conclusion to the series, so we'll see how that goes. The next 2 that I got are by Brandon Sanderson. The first of these is Bands of Mourning, which is by Sanderson, and I have already read this, already listened to it, actually really loved this, a lot more than I was anticipating enjoying it, because although I love Sanderson, I haven't liked the last 2 Wax and Wayne books very much. This one was a complete different story. I really enjoyed this. I felt it was very fun, and I cannot wait to tell you guys my review on this one. So I'm not going to say any more now, but I really liked it. And after that, I then picked up Mistborn Secret History, which is a secret novella that Sanderson published after Bands of Mourning by about a day or 2 after. And I got it straight away after finishing Bands of Mourning and went straight into it, and I have already read it, and it's probably one of my favourite novellas Sanderson has ever written. It is so Cosmere based, it is so fantastic, and I would highly recommend you guys check it out if you've read the first 6 Mistborn books, so not if you haven't. It was fantastic, so I picked that one up as well. And then the last one I picked up is because of a buddy read happening in February, and that is The Traitor, which is by Seth Dickinson. I've heard very good things and very bad things from people about this, so it seems to divide opinion quite a lot. I know that Paul didn't like it, I know Thomas and Elizabeth both did, so I'm hoping that I will be on the liking it spectrum of things, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to be buddy reading this. It should be a lot of fun, and I'm sure it'll be an enjoyable process of reading it and discussing it either way. I know that was a long video. Thank you for sticking with me. Do let me know if there are any books I've mentioned that you guys are super excited about or that you have on your TBRs, and I would love to hear anything you have picked up recently. If you've done a book haul, then link it below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all again soon in another video. Bye! I don't know how I've managed to